One last thing to consider when you do buy a throwing knife: the quality of the steel. Again, this one was I believe, made in Pakistan Bowie knife special. It had the hilts and the guard and everything when I bought it. Now it is this hunk of metal that's currently shaped a little bit banana-like. So, on the one hand, because it bends enough and doesn't break, I've been able to keep it going for upwards of 20 plus years now. Maybe 30, I don't remember. On the other hand, I used to have an old M9 Land K M16 Army bayonet that I was throwing for quite a while, but eventually it snapped in half because it was just a little too brittle. So those are things to consider: the carbon content and the hardness of your knives that you want to throw. Close enough. Alright, I think I finally got it. This right here is kind of what I wanted to demonstrate. Notice the difference in penetration. The heavy guy sunk in pretty good. Big guy sunk in pretty good. Little guy, hardly nothing. That's why in this case size does matter. So there are a couple different common knife throwing techniques people use. First is the hammer throw, or it's just exactly that. Like a hammer, it slides out of your hand. There's a little release, but mostly just the weight of the knife does the work. It's the most common one you see, where the knife flips in the air a couple times and hits the target. The second one that I like to do, especially for larger, heavier knives, it's about a half spin throw. You grab it by the point, not by the blade though, the back of the blade. If it has two blades, it usually should be fine. You're not supposed to keep your knife sharp anyways. But you grab it by the blade and you kind of use your index finger as it's sliding out of your hand when you throw to slow down the turn of it. So you only do one slow rotation instead. And when you do it right, it looks pretty cool. I didn't do it right. So I'm going to try again.